Last time we started to define this floor on RISA floor. We have floor plan with column, beams, and slabs. We learned we have something called solid slab and flat slab. Solid slab means each panel of slab has 4 beams on each side and 4 columns. So the main system for this floor, your slab rested in your beam and your beam rested in your column. First step, you have to define coordinate of each node. So this one, Z direction, and this one is X direction. So if you remember, coordinate of each node, 0, 0, 10, 0, 25, 0, 35, 0, 50, 0, 0, 15, 10, 15, 25, 15, 35, 15, 50, 50. This one, 25, 0, 10, 25, no, 0, 25, I'm sorry. 25, 25, 35, 25, 50, 25. This one, 0, 45, 10, 45, 25, 45, 35, 45, 50, 45. We need to go in Z direction first, and what is the coordinate for X direction? We have beam. First, we have a slab with thickness 5 inch. Most of the slabs, something around 4 to 6 inch. Most of your slabs in your design, something between 4 and 6 inch. Your beams, P 16 inch, and your depth, total depth 30 inch. If you remember, this width something around 14 to 16 inch. This one, most of the time, your span divides 16. You can get your depth. So in this case, it's 16 times 30. Your column, you can assume what you want for column, but the minimum cross section of your column is 8 inch times 8 inch, or maybe 10 inch times 10 inch. This one is okay, this one is okay also. Your building is office building. So from this one, I can go ahead from a table and I can figure out what is the live load. Or in your software, just choose office building, that's all. We need to design slabs, we need to design beams, design columns, and design footing. Let's start to redefine this building on RISA floor.
Do we have RISA floor? No. I don't have RISA floor.
Put your laptop down on your laptop.
No lo descargues. What did I get?
One.
No.
How do you know?
El disco ahí. Detrás.
You can still try.
Just a hint,
Go take a look.
we need to click to create a new floor plan. We need to start a new project. So I will click this icon, and I am working on concrete floor slab. You can define what is the name of this floor, that's fine. Also, what is the height of your elevation, height of your floor, maybe 10 feet, that will be good. So choose concrete floor slab. What is the elevation height of one floor? Okay. This one to drawing your grid lines, but this one can be used for equal spacing. Do you think these spacing are equal from here to here and from here to here? These spacing are equal? No.
No.
So I cannot use this one because this one can tell you how many grids in Z, how many grids in X, and what is the spacing between each one. So I will not use this grid lines. I will do my grid lines by myself. If you would like to remove this one, view, drawing a grid, first step insert, point. I will do my point one by one. 0, 0, 10, I think, 0, 25, 0, 35, 0, 50, 0. Then 0,
15.
15, 10, 15, 25, 15, 35, 15, 50,
Yeah.
15. 0,
25.
25, 10, 25, 25, 25, 35, 25, 50, 25. 0, 45, 10, 45, 25, 45, 35, 45, 50, 45. Close. If you didn't see anything, just go ahead, view, point label. Your grid or your point will come up. I would like to draw my beams. Insert, beams, beams. Just a quick hint, if you would like to design using this software, I can define my steel reinforcement by this icon. If you can see, you can create or edit rebar layout. So I will start new, add. Your new, I will label it by name Ayman. For example, okay. So Ayman will have steel reinforcement with F yield 60. Your bottom reinforcement at depth 1 inch. Your cover Y 1 inch. Number of bar, I will make it 4 bars. What is the size of each bar? I will label them with number 4. I will add top reinforcement. How many bar? What is the depth for your top reinforcement? 1 inch, your cover. How many bars? 3 bars. What is the size? 3, number 3. So I defined cross section of steel. If you would like to make your design, but I prefer to make analysis only, and your design make it with your hand calculation. Anyway, if you would like to define steel reinforcement from this icon, and then add, put your name, and then go ahead and define how many bars at bottom, what is the size of each bar, how many bars at top, what is the size of each bar. Once you hit OK, then insert beams, beams. If you remember, we will define explicit shape, your design or your cross section from this icon, your depth 30 feet, your width 16 feet. Okay, one more thing, modified design. This cross section will take Ayman. So any beam will be drawn today now will have this cross section, which is 16 times 30, and will have, if you modify design, will have cross section with reinforcement that you defined before. But I don't like to use this one. I would like to use this software for structure analysis only. Apply. Go ahead and draw your beams. If you remember, I would like to draw from left to right, from left to right, each horizontal beam. So now I can say, hey, the start point for each beam from this side. For this beam, here is the start, here is the end. For this beam, here is the start, here is the end. For this beam, here is the start and the end. For any vertical beam in X direction, from down to up, like this. Once you are done, escape. If you would like to see what you did, go ahead and click this icon to get the extrude view. Maybe you can look for isometric, something like this. If you would like to see everything, but we didn't draw anything, just go ahead and get the full model. We will see. Second step, go ahead, plan one more time, remove your extrude view. Second step, I would like to draw my column. So insert, column, explicit shape, your cross section, if you have rectangular cross section or circular as you like, your depth 20, your width 20. Just click at each location of your column. I have a question. Do you know what is the height of each column?
The elevation correct?
Yes, 10 feet, yes. Right now, I defined only your cross section. Before, at the beginning, you open this model or this software, you define the elevation, which was 10 feet. If you would like to check also, go ahead. I like each step to check everything before continue. So go ahead, isometric, go ahead and choose full model. Yes, I'm good. Before continue, check every step you did. So I have my columns, I have my beams, I need to draw my slab. But remember, this area has stairs. So we don't have a slab at this area. So go back to floor plan, go back to plan, and remove extrude view. Insert, where is slab? Slabs. Thickness, your thickness will be 5 inch or 4 inch, whatever. Go ahead and click at each corner. Oh. What's wrong? Do you know? Your thickness 5 inch. Go back to draw slab and then apply from draw slab. Click at each corner. After you are done, please go back to the first corner you did and escape. I would like to check everything isometric, extrude view, full model. That makes sense for me. So go back to floor plan, remove your extrude view. Yeah.
Can you repeat that step again, please?
For slab,
Yeah.
insert, slabs. Where is the thickness? How can I define my thickness? So you need to hit this one. That's right? Okay. Go for thickness and define your thickness. That's right? Right now I would like to draw. Please go back to draw slabs. Go back to draw slabs. Then apply Once you did apply, you are ready to draw your slab. Just click, 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 and go back to the first corner. Okay? You are done. So just insert slabs, define your thickness, and go back to draw slabs. And apply from draw slabs, you will be ready. Okay? You did it?
I don't see the slab, that's what
Okay, that's fine. If you would like to see the slab, check extrude view, this icon. This one. This is the reason why I said after each step, make a check. You did everything correctly. So, yeah, I cannot see my slab, but your slab has green edge. Your beam has blue lines. You can see it? This green edge is your slab. This lines, blue lines, is your beam. So I'm confused. Do you have beam here or not? I have only one line. This edge for a slab or this edge for beam. To check, go ahead and extrude view to make sure everything is drawn. Next step, insert loads, area load. Yeah, I think your life load is area load, not only at point load, not only at line load. No, it's area. So choose area load.
Typology values.
We cannot put a value, but we can choose what is the type of your building. Your area load coming from office, storage, roof, or whatever. If you don't have anything of these, you can define your area load. You can define. Where can I define this area load? If you would like, insert loads. This one. You can define. You can put your name. You can define your name, Ayman. What is the value of this life load? And you can define everything. Once you define your load with a name, go ahead and check area load. You will find